Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing Week 4 in college football right now with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com, who's had given us a lot of great advice and a lot of winners over the years in our videos. Last week, 7-2 against the spread in the 9 picks that he gave us. Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. Thanks so much for being back with us.
And Peter, that was actually my exact record in the NFL for premium picks, I believe. 7-2 in the NFL with premium picks as well.
Unbelievable. All right. You don't expect to go 7-2 every week, do you? But give a plug for OffshoreInsiders.com. Tell us how you do expect to do every week.
Well, we expect to, but you know, we're not always going to meet those expectations. No, over a long term, you can expect 56, 57 to 60% over a season. It's been a rock-solid season so far, winning regular season off of the winning preseason. 27 years of professional handicapping experience for you at OffshoreInsiders.com.
Clemson, Florida State is the first game we're going to cover here. Florida State's a 20-point favorite, and total 63.5. Both these teams are off of a bye, and both these teams have not done well against the spread so far this year. Clemson got blasted by Georgia, although that game was, close in the fourth quarter. Florida State just got by Oklahoma as an 18-point favorite, although they did have a solid lead in the middle of the fourth quarter. This line looks pretty dead on to me. There hasn't been a lot of movement, but, both these teams probably a little bit overvalued, but Florida State probably a little bit more overvalued. They just have that look of they're like the Brazil of college football this year. They're the big cheese, and they're probably going to win the games they're supposed to win. But I'm not sure if they're going to be covering all these huge spreads they have. Maybe it's not a huge value lean here, but Clemson plus 20 is the play. What do you think?
No, actually, I'm going to slightly lean the other way, and
Okay.
as I like to say, it's probably not going to be a premium play here, but Clemson, I'm not surprised at their disappointing start against Georgia. Remember, they had to replace both Taj Boyd and Sammy Watkins, and they're not in the category of, say, an Alabama or the way Florida used to be. There are very few teams that can truly reload, and when you lose one of your all-time greatest wide receivers and one of your all-time greatest quarterbacks, it's going to be a tough year for Clemson as far as being competitive against the superior opponents. I mean, they're still going to go to a bowl. Florida State, yeah, they did have a little bit of that championship hangover. They did lose some on their front four, but they are getting some guys back. Akeem Oligwe is coming back this week. He will probably return. Eddie Goldman is going to return at defensive tackle. So Florida State's going to have a lot more of their defensive stoppers this week. They were really shorthanded. They were somewhat rebuilt on the front, and then they had a couple injuries. Also, Jesus Wilson is back for Florida State. He is a potential number 2 wide receiver. Jameis Winston, all preseason, all offseason, was talking about how that Wilson would probably make up for the departure of Kelvin Benjamin and Kenny Shaw. We know Kelvin Benjamin, we can see he's done well in the NFL. What a big loss he was. So, yeah, Florida State, they're going to be fine. Clemson, as I said, yeah, I know they've got some talent back on defense, but their defense is going to be on the field a whole heck of a lot more. And I do look for Florida State to finally make a statement, even though the early signs of them being one of our dichotomous straight up and spread teams where a team is winning straight up but not covering. In fact, they haven't really come close to covering. They're losing spread-wise by an average of 22.8 points per game. But I can see them breaking out here because they got some key guys coming back.
All right, Joe, Florida State minus 20 is your lead for this game. Thanks so much.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.